Coach, just a tick under 70,000 packed in here at Nissan Stadium. Not a seat to be had as playoff football and certainly playoff fever have descended upon the Music City of Nashville, Tennessee. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Tennessee Titans. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Ready. Mike 51, Mike 51. We own it. We own it. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Pilot, 64, we. Rush in, rush in.
On first down, Armstrong. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Get it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Moore. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
80 weapons.
Now a give right side. It's Armstrong. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
First down, Miami.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
That's right. Mike 51, Mike 51. Stop your body. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Yep. Let's go.
Now back to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. That's successful.
The production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys gonna come out of the gate? Smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Now a give right side. Armstrong. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Let's get it. Got it. 55, Mike 55. Watch the curve, watch the curve. Hey, switch 6-6, pull it high.
They'll try to run this one in. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand, I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. So much for being intimidated on the road in the playoffs, right? That was a pretty clinical drive right there.
Yeah, they seem to come out with the attitude of, we don't deal with pressure. We create it on the other team. Just took it right down the field and stuffed it in the end zone.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready? Look at him. Where's the mic? Watch one. Watch one. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Whip, whip. Whip, whip. Watch the whip. No, no, no. Hey!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Slam, slam. Great, great.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Two times, two times. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Switch, switch, switch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch one, watch one. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Under 10, under 10, 10.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Lucky. 8, 8. Alert 3, alert 3. 20.
Now a handoff looking right. Into the secondary again. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the mic. Watch one. Watch one. Watch the run. Watch the run. 20. Watch twist. Watch twist.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Everyone, you got 4. 4 down. Here we go. What's the mic? Watch one. Watch one. Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
30 base. Right there, 56. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Back. Topper.
They'll try the left side. It's Armstrong. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Ready to break. 56 is the mark. You gonna get this board? You think you gonna get this? Go. 56. Let's go. Snap.
They'll set up a throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler.
Well, I've got to give him some credit there. He tried to sell the out route. He tried to sell it hard. And as a receiver, what you're really trying to do is maneuver a defender inside to give yourself a little more cushion breaking to the out. But how about the defender reading it really well, not buying the fake or the maneuver inside, and getting to the sideline and helping break up the pass?
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed
that.
it.
Super toe.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
What's that? Look at him. One's the mic. Watch one. Watch one. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Gun.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now they try the right side here. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Hey! It's our time. 20. Here we go.
Right back to him on 1st down. A gain of 3, second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Pull it together. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Great, great. Gun, gun, gun.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Over the middle, complete. It's Schwartz. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Titans have taken the lead. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, Sam off.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Gun.
Mike, go.
20.
Here we go. Here we go. One's the mic. Watch one. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that.
From the 50, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
It's now 3rd down.
Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
That's it. Right to the 3. Great.
Mike one. 6 man. Check curls. Here we go. One's the mic. Watch one. Push him back.
3rd and long. It's Newton. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch one. Watch the screen. 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 Watch out.
Gun.
A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
3rd down and 11.
What is it? 180. Great.
Watch time. Tight end right. Even. 4 down. Even. Mike one. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G. Here we go.
To throw on third down. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Down. 18 Gator.
56. In your face.
On second down, it's Armstrong. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll drop to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
What's that? 180.
Run the mic. Watch one. Watch one. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Great.
Get there. Check. Crunch. So Mike.
Gun.
I'm coming for you, son.
On third down, Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
15 line.
Let's see what you got.
They'll run on first down. Armstrong. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Rip left. Check 37. Check three.
No.
Second and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
X3, 218, chop.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Here we go. Check 26.
Roll out.
25. Check 25.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
132 fighter.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check. He's coming.
Go.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Armstrong. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Get him, boys.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll try the left side. It's Armstrong. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a fourth and goal. Let's think about this stage of the second half. You're taking the chip shot field goal, right?
Boy, I'd love to be on the headset right now between head coach and play caller because you know it's a heavy conversation right here because I'm guaranteed the play caller's like, Coach, I've got this. I've got to play for this one. But the smart play, kick the field goal, take the chip shot, 3 points.
Yeah, tie the game. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Watch one. I got you, son. I got you, son. Check 31. Check 31.
Newton now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, Delta. We got 4. We got 4. 56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. Watch the run. Watch the run. Go. Slam, slam, slam. Hey. Check. Let's go, guys.
They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. He was looking for Parker that time.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That's it.
At the 34-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Hey. We got 3. We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Great. Mike Wall. Hey, I'm coming after you.
Newton to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schwartz. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 8. So nice number 1, nice number 1. Express! It's ours. Hey, it's our house.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch twist. Shoot. 8. Great.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
3 down. 20. Here we go.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Double time. 3 down. Big Ed. Express. Motion. Here we go. Express. One's the mic. Watch one. Watch the run. It's south, baby. That's a baby south.
Now a handoff looking right. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Santos on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work in the office, doesn't it?
It's just me and you. Let's look at me. Go on, go on. Check four.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
A dime look defensively here for the Titans on 3rd.
Set the tone, defense. Hey, Will. Yeah.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Watch the shit. You go tight. You got tight. You go, squeeze. He's coming. We got double up. Smooth. Get it.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And they're able to spike it with time remaining. And now in field goal range here with a chance to get this one to OT. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 50. Check 50.
Gun.
Echo. Here we go. Here we go. One's the mic. Watch one. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
First throw in overtime for Newton. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, switch gears.
Hey!
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. A huge play there in overtime. 51 yards on the ground. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Armstrong, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
On 2nd down now, it's Armstrong. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Go!
They'll try the left side. Armstrong. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on to the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Nashville.